What's up, guys? We're just sitting in traffic right now. You guys know we're going on a trip. We're almost there. We only have 461 plus another 300 something miles. We're almost there, 700 miles. We've already driven 1,872. And yeah, unfortunately we left Nashville a little late. But it's okay though. Oh, I hate sitting in traffic. There it is. Now I'm sure you guys are wondering, the fuel economy must be terrible. I should have just turned the camera on as we were sitting in this traffic, letting this semi truck get over. Hopefully it wasn't a big mistake of mine. I always try to help you guys out though, I just want you to know. But regardless, we're still getting 10.9. We just refilled. I think I got about 11 MPG, you know, just getting crazy double-digit numbers with this black trailer that never could get that even close to it. I've towed this trailer unloaded and couldn't even get double-digit numbers. Just saying, I had the Ram 3500, and that was when it was broken in too, guys. Don't forget that. Also, my black GMC, again, nowhere near these numbers. So, regardless of it, I'm doing this with thousands of miles. Look at that. And in some cases, I've been doing, you know, 12, 13. Now, on the East Coast, I expected to get a little bit more fuel economy because the temperature is a little bit warmer, but that has not been the case, guys. Has not been the case. The truck is doing really good. So as far as issues have been, my transmission was doing great up until it got a little bit warmer. It's been doing these weird shifts. Would you agree?
Yes. And
it could be because of the AMS oil. It's like so slippery. Like it feels like it's like slipping. Maybe it's too good of a transmission fluid. Just kidding. I mean, I only did that fluid change, you know, less than 2,000 miles ago. So very possible that it just takes time to really like the transmission to get used to it. But it does make the smooth shifts. I feel like it's helped all the shutter issues I've had. But yeah, we're just sitting in traffic right now, and I want to just discuss fuel economy with you, show you guys some of my temperatures. That's the hottest the transmission has been since this trip. I haven't seen 160 at all, and we're doing it in stop and go traffic. How long have we been traveling so far? Right here, almost 40 minutes, 30 miles. Let's get, that's not too bad. We've been moving a good bit. That was the first time we were at a complete standstill for like 5 minutes. But yeah, the transmission's at 167. I've seen like 149, the highest, you know, while we're cruising. And what do you know? We went from Tennessee to Georgia, back to Tennessee, back to Georgia. But I will tell you, I am ready to be done driving. I get excited about these trips until we start doing it. I'm like, man, why am I ever excited to drive? Like, especially with all the people on the road today. The best time to travel, though. When's the best time to travel?
When
is the best time to travel?
Mid-morning.
No, at night.
Oh, nighttime.
Nighttime. She just forgot. When we were traveling from Utah, it was nighttime. And yeah, uneventful. Your temperatures are lower. You don't have to worry too much about your tires unless they're old or unless they're defective. There's that too. You guys hear that? Hear it? Okay, didn't do it. I mean, the shifts are still confident, but there have been a few little things with the transmission. But, you know, in the future, we'll probably have to look into doing a built transmission. And yeah. But yeah, so far for this trip, you guys saw 11.2 MPG. Now, one thing I've noticed with my updates on my truck with the tune and with obviously weight loss program, the computer is actually showing me a higher number. So I'm saving all of my mileage, all of my fuel that I've purchased, and we'll literally do a synopsis of all this. I've already mentioned this in other videos, but I want to keep making that clear. I'll show you guys some of my fill-ups. But the reality is, unfortunately, in the past, the computer was always lower than the pump. But with this new tune, the truck's like, man, I can't read this fuel economy. It's too good. So now it's like over-calculating it. But it's okay. It's not off by much. I mean, I think the worst I saw was like 1 MPG. You can't beat the power. I mean, this trailer is literally nothing. I want to tow like 20K with this truck. I want to see if it can actually do it, because 10K is just nothing. It's just too light for this truck. I almost wish it was a 3500 so we can go get another fifth wheel. I'm like itching for another RV, baby. Itching. I'm itching. Now, some people might be asking, how are you guys able to get your kids out of school for almost 2 or 3 weeks, right? How is that, guys?
Good.
Well, how are you able to be out of school, though?
We're homeschooled.
You're homeschooled? Who did that?
You did.
I did that. When did I do that? Did I do that?
Yeah.
I think Mom did that.
No.
Let's take a quick peek at Mommy. Mommy, did you? Is that the case? Did you take our kids out of school again without my authorization?
That's not true.
I thought you were just taking them out of school for a few weeks with their lessons. Is that not the case?
Nope, fully homeschooled. You know that.
I know, I'm just kidding, guys. Yeah, we just had to pull the kids out of school, so our kids rather be around us. I'm just kidding. We just prefer that. You know, we love our kids' school. The teachers have been great, but it's always good to have the kids at home, right? That way I can teach them all about engines and diesel trucks. That way they can take over my channel when I die. They'll have endless income here, guys. I mean, let me tell you, the money is not that great, but I love what I do. Now, I did a video on my exhaust. The drone is pretty bad. My wife hates it, so we'll probably get something better in the future next year, for sure. By the way, my bumper's been like on fire a couple times. I'm just kidding. It hasn't been on fire, but it's burning up. It's melting though. Like all the plastic trimming is melting, so it's something I have to deal with. So, you know, listen, I'm not gonna ever lie to you guys. Like, hey, at the end of the day, if things are bad, I'll tell you, but it's still worth it. I mean, listen, if I gotta spend $50 for the plastic trimming and adjust my exhaust, but I'm gonna save like $500 or $600 on this trip, easily, I'm willing to bet. No DEF, right? Because, you know, DEF is unavailable right now. And, you know, I'll explain that. Or maybe I've already done a video on that. Just go find it. But yeah, I want to show you guys really quickly right here. So I put in the altitude, and I love Banks reader. I'm telling you. So I have the transmission pan on, and that's why the temperature is so much better. So it's at 153 now. So it's just going down ever so slightly. It has a little scooper on there for air to really cool it down. But I like seeing the altitude and my ambient air density. That's at 97.6% right there. So that's really good to have up if you are towing. That way you can adjust your speed. Like obviously you can see all your temperatures, but I like to know where that air density is too. So do some research on that. But apart from that, you know, again, nothing really to report. I think that the truck is still healthy. I think every upgrade I did is really contributing to the truck having great performance. But the fuel economy, I'm telling you guys, is just out of this world. We have seen for like 50, 60, 70 miles, 13, 14 MPG. And that's simply because the truck's not having to work as hard. There's no more regen. So I don't have to worry about that issue with fuel economy. And like I told you, the only issues you have is your exhaust is going to be a little bit harder out back. So that means you're going to have to adjust it accordingly. And I'll deal with that later. But again, the issues that I've been having, I am super happy to have them simply because I'm getting way better fuel economy on this truck. It is like night and day different. See right there, 13.2, and that's for 25 miles. So as I said, on this trip, I've seen that number. So when we do the fuel economy like analysis with all the fill ups, I think we'll see one of those where it was probably in the 12 to 13 range for sure. But so far for this trip, we are at trip 1, 11.7. And that is literally with stop and go traffic. So yeah, I'm telling you, it's a different truck. You guys see that right there? I went from 640 elevation to 930. But you can grab your phone and show your altitude is showing. Let's see if the Banks is correct. I want to see if this is showing the right altitude. My wife's gonna pull up on her phone, and 730. Okay, 780. So it's So it's actually pretty accurate actually. So it's showing 940 on her phone and 930. Now sometimes it delays a little bit, but it's probably within the margin of error, I would say, at 930. That's not bad. That is really, really good. And I love having that up there too, guys. It's really cool to watch how that changes and how the ambient air density changes too. So maybe I'll do a video on how to set this up in some of the pages I have. I don't really show the other pages because they're not 100% set up, but I try to change them around every so often to see what I want to look at while I'm driving. But because the temperatures are so good, I'm going to get probably the best fuel economy during this time frame. But on the way back home, it might be colder, so that will probably be what I really want to see. Now I am going to get my trailer tire fixed, and the one thing I hate about this system, you already saw the video on this, if you have one tire go bad, all I did was just take the tire off, put my spare tire on, and you guys see right there, that sucks. That absolutely sucks. So now I can't, you know, see any of my tires. So I hope GM changes that in the future. It's still nice to have the system. That way if you're not ready to change that tire, you still can see the other 3 that are still on the truck, or how many other tires you have basically. We hit traffic again. There's traffic everywhere, but no surprise because of the time of the day. You guys see right here? 12.1 MPG, 12.2 for the actual trip. So we went 116.8 miles. So this started off at like 391, and this is for the rest of the trip here. That takes us right into Jacksonville. So we'll see how everything goes. But yeah, it looks like we're only gonna be in traffic for like maybe 10-15 minutes tops. Not too bad. You guys see that? We were doing so stinking good. Like we were like just moving up and up and up on fuel economy. Look at that. 12.2, averaging almost 60 miles an hour. Not too bad. I mean, we can get over 400 miles on this tank, which is amazing towing a trailer like this. I know some of you guys always say you can get 14, 15 towing, but all I can tell you is prove it. That's what I want to see. Prove it. Prove it. Just made it to Love's, and we did stop one time. Now we've been sitting in traffic for, I would say, total of about 1 hour and 20 minutes because it started off, we were supposed to get to our destination around 9:04, and then it switched over to like 10 something, and we've stopped a couple times as well. I just filled up 28.509. Okay, I gotta take a picture of this stuff, so hold on one second. So 328.8, okay. And I did top off one last time right here, so 328. So 28.755. And we are at 11.43. So off by a little bit. Like I said, in the past when my truck was with all the crap, it always got a little bit better on here compared to what I was getting on the pump. So now that my truck has weight loss, yeah, it's a little bit off now on the computer. So, but still pretty close. And that was sitting in about, would you say about 1 hour and 20 minutes stop and go traffic, give or take?
Through Atlanta?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, even after Atlanta, we were sitting in some traffic too. So that is insane. Oh, we gotta get DEF guys too. Later. If you did watch the last video, I did show you guys pretty much the first leg of the trip here. Now, the fourth fill up here, you guys see I got 9.5. When we did stop, I think we stopped for about 2-3 hours. I did let the truck run because it was really, really cold outside. And we just wanted to just take a quick, nap so we can keep going on a trip. But whenever you idle or if you're in stop and go traffic, that's going to be typically the biggest difference between a computer and the pump. But despite us sitting at idle with the truck on, I still got 9.5 MPG. It probably wasn't much more than an hour, but I would venture to say it was very, very close. And you guys see here, from that point on, we were getting phenomenal fuel economy. Now, obviously, we are going east, and when we go west, I'm going to show you guys how it does change the fuel economy. But don't be shocked if you still see double-digit numbers, because it does make a difference with this truck having all the upgrades that I've done. I've done a lot of videos with my Ram trucks, with my 2023 GMC Sierra 3500. I showed you guys fuel economy going cross country with that truck. Remember, I didn't break 9 MPG, I don't believe, with that. And when I had this truck brand new, before all the upgrades, we did a cross country trip with my RV. And it was less weight, and I still couldn't break 10 MPG. So all the people saying that these upgrades are not going to make a difference, they don't know what they're talking about. Because if I have the proof here, you have to show yours too, because I see a huge difference. Now, I haven't shown you guys unloaded miles per gallon simply because it got wintertime and I just haven't had time to really take a long trip because it's cold, so I don't have anywhere to go. But once we find some stuff to do this year, we will, or probably next year, I would say, probably in 2026, we'll find some stuff to do and we'll take the truck on a long trip so you guys can see that fuel mileage too. But you guys see, on average, this is all towing, 2,171 miles of towing. I never unhooked the trailer, and I did that on purpose. We averaged 10.65 MPG. I think the absolute best fuel economy I ever got towing this trailer with a long trip like this was probably about 8.7 to 9. So with the regens, with all that extra stuff on the truck, it is going to affect it. And remember, my truck is lifted with 35s. That's going to make a difference. I also don't have the front valance, which helps with aerodynamics, which helps with fuel economy as well. So this truck is not set up to get good fuel economy right out of the gate. So I hope you guys like the video. I will show you guys going back west because it will affect the fuel economy going west. And it got colder, so that also has to be taken into account. And we hit a lot of headwind going back west too. So I can't wait to show you guys the difference going east and west. Because if I did hot shot, I would always want to go east and then come back west unloaded because the fuel economy is so much better. But be sure to subscribe to the channel. Make sure the notifications are on. See you guys soon.